Emma's put in, we are liver. Instead of we are live. You're good to go, Liv.
Thank you.
Yep. You're not in the main window, honey. Sorry. Let me get Amy in there, too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Olivia, Amy in the house. Amy is back from a incredibly detailed and busy spring market. She could tell us all about how housing is in the Delmarva area, as we probably all want to know. Is it softening, or is the real estate market recovering in a different fashion than what it was, which was in a hyper-growth market? It's probably slowed down a little bit, but is it recovering into stable, or does it look like it's following the other type of economic turmoil, ups and downs that we've seen over the last few months? We'll find out. We're going to talk about the top 10 moments that you missed over today and yesterday. There's a lot and a whole bunch of things going on. Olivia's got an update from a secret admirer. We don't know what that's about. We'll find out. Hope everybody's doing well. Is mail time like male math? I don't know what to tell you. We're late. Sorry. Happens. Wish I could give you an elongated reason that would make sense. Saturn was bouncing swamp gas off Uranus. There were starving children in the street, and Olivia had to whip up some chili mac. We're saving the world from freedom and democracy. Nope, we're late. Happens. We'll be back in 3 seconds. 3 minutes after the 3 seconds. There, we just made up 3 minutes.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
So we're going to play a little game called NGO Globalist Bingo. And you two have to go ahead and figure out the keywords in order to get bingo. And I was supposed to have a piece of paper here. You got El Papel over there, homegirl?
I don't. I'm sorry.
All right.
I actually cleaned my desk.
I got some toilet paper.
That'll work.
Maybe. With a...
Is it 2-ply?
It's going to be 4-ply by the time I wrap it, because I've got a construction pencil and I'm very...
We have a child that could...
We do, but I think I can do this. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I got this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Ethan! It worked on the horizontal, but the vertical it cut. Ethan!
He's a coming.
All right. So... NGO Globalist Bingo. Hey, bud, piece of El Papel, por favor. Paper. Give me one single piece. Run, 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 run. Go fast. People are waiting on you. So we have got a total of 25 to win the center bingo. Everybody gets the center star. And you have to guess non-government official, globalist, New World Order, socialist, democratic sizzle words.
Are you giving us people?
No, sizzle words.
Okay.
Like Russian collusion, even though it isn't one, would be one. Or white fragility would be one.
So we just have to scream out words?
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if you get to go fish.
Interesting. Okay.
What? Why are you making this so hard?
I'm not. I'm just kind of confused at what.
Just put out liberal sayings that they constantly regurgitate
Liberal
over.
sayings.
Peaceful, mostly peaceful.
It's stuff like that. Okay, so
Got
Amy
it.
starts off with mostly peaceful. Mostly peaceful is let me do the BINGO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is peaceful protest for Amy is 1 point, and that's G4. Congratulations. She has a G4. Now, center, just to let you know, is going to be N3. So you are now you're in a diagonal line, kid. You're going like that. And you've got 2 because the star is for everybody. Liv, just think of all the news over the last.
Defund the police.
Judges?
I mean,
Is it supposed to be within the last year or?
No, because it's. Yes, because it kind of qualifies, but it doesn't. Yes, it does. Because, yes, it does. I can't tell you what it is, but yes. Judges say yes. That is I1, and that is not on a path for bingo, but it's okay.
Okay.
are we still doing like party swap? Is that on bingo? Party swap?
Like swapping of parties?
Yeah.
No.
When
no.
the
No.
Republicans became Democrats.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So yeah, no, that's not there. Remember, this is predominantly the things you've heard, the bullet sizzle words over the last 8 years. Okay? Olivia.
Donald Trump is a Nazi.
Okay, more like systematic type things that they say that aren't like insults, but they use words to describe what the other
My
side
body, my
is.
choice.
Okay, my
Is
body.
that one? Okay.
Okay, but
got
you
it.
went out of turn.
That's fine. She
Oh,
can
sorry.
have that one.
But that is not one of them. But
Okay.
but you're getting the point. Okay, go ahead.
Oh God. Put me on the hot seat.
Amy actually got one with a party switch.
Yeah.
It's Democratic backsliding. That's what that is. And that is I'm going to give it to Amy.
Okay.
Because Democratic backsliding, that's exactly what it is. You just got I3 and now you've got 2 ways to win. So 3 more across or 1, 2, 3 in a diagonal and you're going to win. Olivia, go ahead. Now think about all the things they say.
Losing our democracy.
Yes, losing our democracy. Olivia, 2 up on the top row can go 3 across. Olivia's got one. Okay, Amy,
Okay.
go ahead.
Men can play in women's sports, like the whole
You got to be a little more specific. There's like a name, there's a name for things.
Yeah. Trans people
Um,
are regular people. Trans women are women. Trans women.
see that
You're gonna isolate
it-
that and use it against me later.
it does. It I put that on loop. That does. Hey, I'm tired, and I love you. Okay, can I just say that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
good. Everything's good. I
Just
like to I love you.
just let me
Not
say
everybody.
it. Just let me
Yeah.
say it, okay? Just let me say it. I'm tired. I'm cranky. Just you're like my sister, and I needed to just. I think we both needed a little. Meow. So I went. Meow. Maybe you didn't need, meow, but I need. Meow. So I did it. Okay. No, Olivia, go. Go to the frickin' comments for help.
Yeah, I know. I have.
So go there.
Constitutional crisis.
Constitutional crisis. Ding, ding, ding. Vertical.
Thanks, Mel.
Is from the middle and up 1. Outstanding. You guys are both playing great. Amy, go ahead. You got to get a big one here. You got to get a big one here. Remember, think of like isms and buzzwords and things that they say the other side is not an insult like Nazi, but there's words for that.
I'm just trying to think like back to COVID, like when we were killing people for not wearing masks. Like I don't know what that ism would have been, but
Well,
feel like that
it's
might be-
certainly designed. It's a type of government for sure.
I mean communism. Socialism. Dictate. Cape. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me get the
no, I
comments
got to
up.
give you
Let me
give you
just-
another one though, because you've got to do better than this.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Go
to
to
comments.
go into like also what the NGO and globalists do. Like, what do they do that's bad? What do they do to convert people and to convince people? That's what. So their actions. What do they do? As if looking at it from a Republican, but also looking at it through their eyes. So you got to look at what do we think of NGO, globalists, socialists? What do we think of that?
So would MAGA
You can't go. You
extremists?
can't go.
Oh,
It's up to Amy to go.
Oh, I thought-
You stop trying to steal her stuff.
sorry.
She's had a hard enough month.
MAGAs, the MAGA, the maggots, the
What about them?
maggoties.
What about them? What about them?
We're just alive.
They're
and
they're
it's
what?
hard.
They're MAGA.
terrorists.
Joe Biden. Nope. Joe Biden says a word right after it.
Maggot.
They're wholehearted. Guitar. Two guys sang the song "Wholehearted."
I just said it, Amy. I gave it to you.
MAGA. MAGA Republicans. The MAGA.
It's extraordinary, Amy.
two members in the band. Nino Betancourt. They sang the song "Wholehearted." More than words.
Oh, I love that song.
Had a little guy graffitiing a little cartoon character on the cover of the album.
Yeah. And Jack Black redid the song too. It was really funny.
Right there, Santana got it. Look at chat. Look at chat.
Oh, hold on.
MAGA, Bueller.
Oh, I don't know.
You-
I guess I just I don't know.
Extremism.
Can I steal it? Can I steal it?
Yes, Olivia has to steal it at this point.
Yeah, you have to.
Let me go.
MAGA extremists.
MAGA extremists.
I got it at the last one.
This is
Give it to Amy.
no, you already got it.
Okay.
So there it is so far. Olivia's got top 2, and then she has got 1, 2 here. Amy is sitting with 2. It's not looking great because you got the block. You got to block Amy's diagonal. So she's hoping for a straight horizontal push through the level 3. All right, give me another one.
Is it mine or Amy's? No.
It's yours because you
Okay.
stole. You get to go
I
again.
got it. No justice, no peace.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm going to qualify that as a win because
Okay.
no, I'm not.
No?
Because she
Okay.
already got peaceful protest.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see.
So okay, Amy, your turn. Just think of some of the overall names of totalitarian governments. Come on, think of some things. Think about what the media does.
White
What?
whitewashing.
Yeah, but what's that called? But there's a name for it. What the media does. Come on. Come on. You've got
I feel
this.
like I feel like I know all of these, but like
You
I
do.
know
It's so
online.
hard.
I mean, yeah.
You do, but it's not fuck ice. Like that's not. We need like legal sayings, Latin, in the Latin. Like when they want to put it. Okay, here's your clue. When they want to put a bill and they need both people to do it, that is
partisan.
nonpartisan. All right, Amy with the
It's not
block.
bipartisan, but-
It's not bipartisan. It's nonpartisan. It's nonpartisan. Nonpartisan politics is what they claim for. Amy got the block on the top row.
Okay.
All right, Olivia, go.
Oligarch.
No, but I will give you a second chance for another saying that falls within the etymology and the categoric
Fascism.
what a fascism would be.
Fascist.
No, that's the plurality. What that person would be. What form of government would they?
Dictatorship.
Fascist and a dictator are not the same thing. What they would fall under? What's that called? It's not totalitarianism. It's
Communism.
rule of.
Law. I'm so not getting this. I'm trying. I really am. People help me cheat.
God, I wish I
Yeah,
was taking
I'm
this
just looking at
test
the
because I would be
comments.
crushing
Oh
this
my!
thing.
Yeah, I know you would.
Okay, it's kind of like an author, but it's Tarian. You have to be able to pronounce it, or I'm not giving you the point.
Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Hang on.
It's
I
a
know,
Greek.
I'm
It's a
having-
Greek hero who wields a hammer. It's a
I can't pronounce
Greek
it.
hero who wields a hammer.
Thor?
Norse god. Sorry, Norse. He's
Thor.
Greek too. He's in Greek
Thor.
mythology too. Thor,
Authoritarian.
authoritarian.
Whatever.
Olivia.
I'm trying.
It's all right. Just for God's sakes. It's like, all right. Some form of crisis we've been hearing about, and it has to do with a little piece of paper, Amy.
Oh, the Constitution. It's unconstitutional.
A crisis. Say the word and then crisis.
Constitutional crisis.
Thank you very much. Constitutional crisis. Amy gets one on the third line. Olivia.
Propaganda.
It's like that. It's what the media does, but it's called something else. They don't call it propaganda. They call it
News.
disinformation.
Disinformation.
Olivia needs one more to win the bing. Fuck, this is like
my God.
retarded bingo.
It is.
Disinformation. Oh, you can say that again, apparently. You're allowed to say the R
You
word
can't say
again.
retarded in fact. You can.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
What's the next one? Olivia did not say disinformation. She didn't say the word disinformation.
misinformation.
No, that's not on there. Let's do. So Amy has a
Get the
chance. We're going to give. This is what all three branches of government are supposed to do in the Constitution. Their number one
Checks and
responsibility.
balances.
Checks and balances. Amy is in. Amy needs one more for the win. Olivia needs one more for the win. So we're going to go right to double bingo,
okay.
which is going down the I column to I2 and B3 for Amy.
Oh.
What?
Is there like any about CRT?
You can't do that yet. So it's
Oh,
Olivia's
okay.
turn. Olivia's turn for the win. I'm going to give it here. Something lacking inside the institutions of Washington, D.C. Something lacking. You get one shot at that.
Yep.
Come on, Liv. What's lacking from these fuckers? Come on. You can do this.
The truth.
What's that called?
Honesty.
It's something bigger,
Morals.
a bigger word.
Morals, ethics.
I'm gonna have to
Giving it
pass.
her.
All right. No, she's not close.
No.
All right. Going to Amy's clue, and then we're going to do a round robin. I'm going to give you the two of the easiest ones that you guys are going to have to name. Here it is. A type of engagement is required of the people of this land. A type of engagement. Did you mute your mic? Because it's not working.
No.
Go ahead. A type of engagement.
Stolen land? Is that like what you're?
Nope.
what you-
All right. So we're moving to the short bus round, which is Olivia. All you have to do.
Say the word the. I win.
Right. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you. This has to do with the Republican riot and the Democrat riot.
Oh,
currently. Shut
insurrection.
up! Don't do it. Wait. Because you're not gonna win if you don't know the rules.
Got it. Sorry.
The Republican riot and the Democrat riot that's taking place right now, not the Summer of Love, but the one right now. There are two sizzle words that are being used. Republicans are saying that these riots are blank, and whenever they do, Democrats always say, well, what about Olivia? You get what about Amy? You get what they're saying these riots are not. And you're going to do rock, paper, scissors live. Here we go.
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors. Come
I
on.
gotta Google it. I don't even know.
No, you can't do that. Stop Googling it. Stop Googling it. Here we go.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Here we go. You're going to forfeit if you don't do it. Okay, on the count of three. One. All right. Wait. It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh well, I went way. She went way
Can't see
after
what she
me.
had. I don't even know what she had. I couldn't see her hand.
What did you have?
I had scissors.
But we couldn't see it. Do it again and do it right.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Olivia has paper. Olivia gets to go first. What do the Democrats always say when we go, you guys always riot and do everything? They say...
Insurrection?
Nope.
Nope.
They say the name of it.
I thought that was...
What's it called?
January 6th.
J6. Olivia.
Goodness.
Amy for a tiebreaker. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do it. But yours, you know what yours is. It's what? They always say, yeah, but it's a
Mostly peaceful.
non-violent.
Oh, please. Mostly peaceful, sometimes fiery.
You already got mostly peaceful. That was your first one you got. Olivia wins NGO Globalist Bingo.
Oh my God, I don't even know how that happened. I like it's the short bus round because that's really...
There it is. NGO Globalist Bingo, folks. And boy, was it fun. See, Karen says insurrection. What about J6? That's right. So remember, these are official terms. I thought I explained that, but obviously I didn't do well. It doesn't matter. It was a good time. Rock smashes scissors. Amy wins. That's what I thought Amy won, but Olivia kept it off the screen, so I couldn't see it. Now, in the new studio, I'll have her right in my eyeballs, and I'll be able to go ahead and take care of it. That could create some other problems. Folks, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. I hope you played along with us and played bingo. Olivia has reset the goal for tonight, $300. Amy has been gone for almost a month, and that's incredible. Fugue, dude, we're coming to you, bro.
I know, we got to go on Saturday.
John, call in. 276-200-2105. Call in. I got to talk to you. You haven't even heard the story, bro. I've been waiting to see you at the diner. First of all, thank you for the wicked donation. That's huge.
Thank you.
John is like one of the nicest, sweetest men you've ever met in your life. He's opening up a distillery. It's going to be on the 30th of June, Liv?
No, it's this Saturday.
I'm sorry, this Saturday. We're going to swing by. Can't wait to see it. And we love John. John has been a huge support.
Is it local?
It's
What's it called? I took a picture of it.
We're going to show you right now. We'll put it up. Send me the picture. I'll put it up.
Okay.
We'll give him some advertisements because we have people. But John, call into the show, man. I want to tell you about the remodel. Or just listen. Let me just open up. It's been a busy week.
Texting right now.
Okay. I'm trying to get signed in.
Called Cool Spring Distillery.
All right, I got the phone lines open if you want to call in now. So Cool Springs Distillery Music Festival, June 14th, 2025. They're going to have bluegrass gospel, Lewis Lee, local historian Robbie Lagarde, Nashville musician Eli Apperson, the Nighthawks, which I bounced bar for the Nighthawks in Wyoming. Kind of coming full circle. Ford's Fish Shack and homemade ice cream. Tickets are $30 on Eventbrite. Go over and do it. It's over in Virginia, in Northern Virginia.
Right. It's like a mile from my house.
I know, it's right down the street.
Well, John, we love you and we appreciate you, buddy. And John is a good dude. Just one of the nicest, down-to-earth human beings. And
I love his wife. Absolutely love her.
I did
awesome.
I did not love his wife. See, this is the type of guy that John is. Okay, so we're in the diner and it's crowded. It's a Saturday or a Sunday, and everyone's there and they're eating and they're sitting at tables. And John is sitting with Mike and a few other people, and I think Sarah was there, and a couple other people are all sitting there. And just the we've been indoctrinated to the old person's table. So Olivia's out parking the car, getting gas or something.
Person's table.
And I walk in real quick, and then I'm just gonna go walk out to make sure Olivia's okay. And when I do, John Few goes, "Hey, I know you. I've seen your picture somewhere before," because he really likes the show and likes what we're doing, and he's very supportive, and he's always been a great help. And he goes, "So I've seen your picture somewhere before," and of course he's trying to embarrass me, and I'm like, "Yeah, in your wife's wallet." And like the entire restaurant was like, "Oh my God." He did not just say that to John. And then John's like, slap. "Oh, you got me." And then everyone starts laughing and cracking up. But at the moment, it was a little tense. Like he was going to draw down and shoot me. But he's a good guy. He's a hilarious guy. And we hope that if you're in Virginia, you go see him. Are you available, Ames, to go?
What time is it on Saturday? I'm not
It
sure. I didn't
all
starts,
day.
gates open at
Oh.
12:30. Music starts at 1, but the Nighthawks, which is the main band, is not playing until 7. So it's like an all-day thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. We have a rugby tournament, but it's local, so maybe we'll swing by on the way home.
Well, I hope he calls in because it's a. I want to thank him, but John's such a good dude. I can't even, just to see him donate is so kind of him. Love that guy to death.
Alexander Dahl is in chat tonight, so it's supposed to.
Oh, Alex, so was Memo.
Memo's here.
Memo was in here last night.
Really?
He's our. Do you know him? His Guillermo is his name. He's a local GC painter. Everything else. Anyway, he friended us last night. He was in chat last night too. So a lot of people are.
Oh, what do you say about the door? I forgot.
He's going to take it.
Awesome.
He's going to
Good.
come by in the next few days. He said he's running away from INS right now, but as soon as he gets cleared, he's going to come over. It's not true. It's not true at all. He's illegal. He's legal. I would.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But
Oh
I
my
would
God.
harbor him. I would hide him from ICE because he's that good of a guy, even though he's
Oh,
not.
that's freaking hilarious.
All right, let's rock and roll. We got a lot to do. So it's nice to be back in the swing of things. It's good to have Amy home. Amy, thank you, Amy Bordeaux, so very, very much. Folks, we would love to overdrive tonight. We were off on Monday. And but Amy, how is the market? You've had spring market is in a little bit of a slowdown right now. Is that correct? Or is it speeding up in different areas? Tell us how is the real estate market?
Yeah, it's so for here in our bubble, it has slowed down significantly, except for certain pockets. A lot of Fairfax County has been like buzzing. I mean, can't keep houses on the market. It's very competitive. Loudoun has definitely slowed down, especially, and again, everyone, we live in a bubble. Anything over like 1.3, 1.4 million has been significantly slower. Arlington slowed down. We if anyone wants an awesome house in Arlington, it's a little over 2 million. If anyone's interested in that. It's been
My
slow.
God.
That one, yeah. Even DC's been a little slow. Certain houses again are going pretty quickly. But it's so it's literally been slow, but also crazy at the same time. Buyers are doing a lot better now with the market, but it's still becoming competitive at the same time. So I will say Fairfax County is doing a little bit better than Loudoun at this moment in time. But we've had a lot of people who are moving because of the
Should we
government.
sell or hold? Do we think interest rates are
stay.
going to drop? Just stay.
Not right. I mean, they're dropping a little bit, but I would stay. I mean, don't sell unless you have to.
We're not selling.
And then
After the room we
After
just
the
did,
room, no.
we're never selling this Farkin place again after that room. Like literally what we'll do is we'll sell the entire house and just stay in that room and just tell them we're not selling this room. We're renting it from you.
just have a perpetual lease.
This is our
place.
room and we're not leaving. It's that comfy. When you get here, you'll understand. You just want to sit in there and drink scotch. It's just got that vibe. It's like literally going to someplace new. I'm not kidding. Olivia will tell you. It's like you walk in and it literally feels like you are in someplace new if you don't know what we're talking about. So Amy says hold, don't sell right now. Housing market is most assuredly an investment. And the inconsistencies are what they always are. There's a little bit of ups, a little bit of down, ebbs and flows in different areas. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, I have lots of people who are still like closing, a couple people. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing well. Jason's doing well, but it's actually a little bit hectic for both of us at this moment. To say that.
Well,
We're busy.
it always is, right? I mean, it's
You
this
want to
time
know
of
where
year.
your toothpick is?
I didn't ask.
Yeah, it was in Ash's mouth. She eats everything. God.
Yep.
Well, she chews everything.
Yeah, she was chewing it, and I was like, "What is she chewing on?" I was like, "It's not a bone."
So here, real quick, just because we got John on, and I respect that John didn't call in. He doesn't want to deal with that shit right now. So we'll just tell him. This is where we are with the current state of things with the house and the room. So today we put the soundproofing in. I bought a house, Michelle. That's awesome. And Glenn, I am so sorry to hear about your pastor. That's terrible. I'm so sorry about that. That's got to be very difficult. Soundproofing is in on the floors. Real simple. Got our new chairs in. These were on Wayfair. They are $450 a piece ergonomic chairs that we wound up getting for $98. They matched perfectly. They are comfortable as hell, but soundproofing is in on the floors. We've got also the soundproofing on the in between the TVs, which is the most important because your voice, when it carries out, that wave signal wants to hit that floor, and it is echoey. So we put soundproofing on the floor. We got an entertainment center that to house all the computers and any of the cameras and stuff. That's all here and up. And soundproofing goes, it's not very sexy tonight because it's basically getting the desk cut and getting all the cables ran and all that type of stuff. But soundproofing is in on the floors here. And then just a couple of other pictures that people did not see possibly from the other night. We've got the monitors hung on the wall, and for Olivia and I, so that takes away these computers off of our desks so we can actually get camera angles that we want, like wide angle and multiple shots and 45-degree angle shots and things of that effect. And then just to catch Amy up, the wall is officially done. That's the back. Yep. Back wall is complete and looking good. So we are still on target for Monday. I got the computer cloned today. I'm going to clone Olivia's computer tomorrow. I got my station working. I got to get, literally on Friday night, we're going to break everything down. The soundboards, the stream deck, the mic stands, the mics, everything's going to go in the room. Cameras are going to be installed. So it's going to be a 48-hour push. We're probably going to put in 38 hours in 2 days. It's going to be insane. We have a lot of work to do. But it's getting close, and we're excited about it. We hope you are too. Let's move into it. We've got a show to do.
Did you hear about the parade in D.C. on Saturday?
Covering everything today.
Okay, perfect. So I've got something to say about that.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you talk about that if I don't get to it in the top 10? Oh, do your thing. We got. Sorry, folks. Amy's here. We're gonna catch up on a lot of shit.
Okay, so today I go to check the post office box like I do a couple times a week, and there's a box in it.
This is weird.
Addressed just to me specifically, just me.
And I told her, please don't open anything without me there, right? Because I don't know what's in it. I want to check the integrity of the box. I want to check the return address. I want to hear if it's ticking, all that type of stuff. But she's like, oh, I already opened it. I'm like, great. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, if it was anthrax, the kids were in the car. We're all screwed, so. But it's like a box from a company, and I've never heard of this company before. It's called Roots and Bones. I've never heard of it before. So I open it.
Well, I've heard of it, but not in this context.
Not in that context. It's a renewal serum, like a collagen-based serum I put on my face after I wash my face, which is really, really cool. But there's no note, and I have no idea who sent it to me. And we looked up the company, and it's a tad pricey.
Holy shit.
Holy
is it pricey?
Shit, tad pricey. So
like my eye serum that I use is like $45, and this is pricey. Like, is this like, did you guys is it unicorn hair and like angel's blood or something? I mean, who did it? It's from Kimberly Ann.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Kimberly Ann, thank you.
Very, very much. That was very, very sweet of you.
I can't wait to see my anonymous gift. What?
It's your anonymous gift.
Oh, I think it's great that you got eye cream. I think it's awesome. Listen, if anyone's going to send something, Olivia, Amy, Leroy, they deserve stuff. You guys take care of me just fine, and those donations are amazing. So if you guys want to send something, and people do, they send cookies, they send shirts. We've had people send spices. I've got Omaha steaks from Mel. You guys are amazing. We love you. And Kim, you're amazing. Thank you for this. Olivia's going to use the eye cream, and then I'm going to make sure that I give her the root and the bone as well.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Was that inappropriate?
Do like a before and after, do.
Oh yeah. Listen, the one thing that you complain about is your eyes, underneath your eyes. Mm-hmm. So this is a rare treat. Plus, it's going to save us from buying that other shit that you use that doesn't work.
It's just a serum. You're supposed to top it with your moisturizer. So.
Okay, I don't know what that means, and I don't care. Yeah. But I love it, and I think it's awesome that you got it. And it's probably like when you put it on, it's like the heavens open up, and it's going to be like the Ark of the Covenant. Right. It's worth enough money. I'm wondering if we could divvy it up, dry it, and snort it, or deal it or something.
Yeah, Kimberly says we're peptide sisters now.
Yeah, Libby's been taking peptides, and so have I. And I will tell you, I've noticed a massive difference. I've lost about 10 pounds since starting the build. My face is tighter. My skin's tighter. My wrinkles are not even remotely as close. My eyes, my beard is thicker and darker. It's like peptides are amazing. I love them, except for the overall aches and pains that I have, which it's supposed to help. But that's because I'm deadlifting 150-pound doors with my arms.
Right now.
Yeah. All right. Shocking stories the media buried today. This is going to be a good one. And I apologize we took so long to get started, but we do appreciate it. And once again, folks, if you've not had a chance to donate, you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate. Please, one big donation got us there. We would really appreciate it if you would continue to help out. New York City Mayor Eric Adams dismantles CNN's ICE scandal narrative in seconds. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see this, but Eric Adams has turned into a bulwark, and he is going after these protests in New York like a red state would. And instead of going on defense and, trying to apologize and trying to, excuse things away, Eric is like, you know what? I'm just going to tell you how it is. And it's amazing how he has had a rebirth. And he's not sucking up to Democrats anymore because he doesn't care. And he's going to let you know it. Watch this, and then we'll open it up for comment. And we've got 10 of these, so these are the top 10 moments. Here you go. After this. I can't wait for the new studio. I won't have to do this anymore. The audio will immediately pump
ask
through.
You about the city council.
All right, here it is.
Mayor, I want to ask you about the city council pushing for an investigation into whether the NYPD has shared sealed records with ICE, what could be a violation of local law. Can you confirm whether the NYPD or any other local agency is collaborating with federal immigration enforcement?
We've made it clear over and over again that we will not collaborate with any agencies when it comes to civil enforcement. The law does not allow us to do that. But we will collaborate when it comes down to criminal enforcement. And it's unfortunate that the city council chooses to use their power to find out if there's any collaboration instead of really advocating for going after those who commit serious crimes, acts of violence, not only on New Yorkers, but also on migrants and asylum seekers, forcing women into prostitution, selling drugs, shooting at police officers, assaulting individuals. Our focus should be on protecting innocent New Yorkers. We're not collaborating with anyone when it comes down to civil enforcement. But I said this before and I'm saying it again. ICE is not a criminal organization. It's a federal law enforcement organization like our other federal partners, and we will use them.
Someone please ban Miss Nusrat Jahan. May you do something to offend your husband and find acid in your future. Thank you.
To protect innocent people in this city.
Thoughts, not on the acid comment. Sorry, this is a troll. It's not even a real person, folks. It's a phone. It's a phone bank in Korea. So I seriously doubt they're going to be offended. And if they are, really, who gives a fuck? Thoughts on Eric Adams? Thoughts on him saying, listen, we're going to obey the law. We're going to do what the law says. And ICE isn't a terrorist organization. They have a job to do. And no, we're not allowed to support them because we're a sanctuary city. However, it doesn't mean that we can't go ahead and fulfill our obligations to the citizenry of this state. I didn't expect this from New York, but they have had a history of stepping up during high times when things like this happen. Amy, your thoughts on Eric Adams and how he has kind of moved from the far left to the center?
Almost middle. Yeah, I think almost. I don't know if I'd consider him a center person just yet. I need more proof. But I think this is a nice surprise to see him supporting our ICE officers. I mean, they are risking their lives, and I've been praying really hard for them because I do worry for all of them. They all have families as well, and they're here legally, and they're just doing their job. So I think this is great. I think we need more people to realize that these men and women are just literally doing the job they were hired to do.
I increased Amy's volume. I heard that it was a little bit low, so took care of that, and it's all fixed. It's okay. We did it on our end. Liv, your thoughts on the difference between Gavin Newsom and Eric Adams? Is Gavin Newsom is running for president, and Eric Adams is actually doing what he's been hired to do?
Well, one, it's shocking to hear a Democrat say that ICE is not a terrorist organization. It's a law enforcement agency. So that's shocking.
That
and
is
rare.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah. As far as comparing him to Gavin Newsom is just stupid. I mean, just stupid. I can't believe what he is doing right now. I mean, come arrest me. Okay, fine. Let's go arrest him and put him freaking behind bars. And like you said, put him in General Pop and see how long that lasts.
Yeah, with
for
that
him.
hair. I mean,
see how long it lasts for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's refreshing to hear somebody, a Democrat especially, actually doing their job. I appreciate that. Again, shocking out of New York, but it's nice. Now, hopefully, LA will take a little bit of advice and, maybe go the way of New York.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But
No.
You've got freaking Maxine Waters and Pelosi and Gavin Newsom and everyone in California who are just fanning the flames of these riots and making excuses every single day for it and still blaming Trump. But, I mean, President Bush sent in the National Guard and Marines in 1992 for the LA
John F.
riots.
Kennedy did it with
So,
Brown versus the Board of Education.
This is not something new. This is precedent. So I just, Gavin Newsom, I really hope that when, I hope it's a big if, he runs for president, that people actually see through the facade that he has. I mean, the horrible job he did with fires, how he's doing now. I mean, what he's done to the state, ran into the ground. I mean,
yeah, he's
God,
just determined to burn it down, isn't he?
Yeah, literally. He would be scary. I think he would be worse than Biden if he gets in. I mean, it would be scary.
Newsom's completely leftist and socialist
terrifying
progressive. Look what he's
if he
done to
was in.
California.
I know.
Gavin Newsom is, he's been recalled.
Oh, good.
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, this happened 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
And
it was
he
recalled.
still
Nothing
won.
had, but he is absolutely running for office. And the thing is that he's trying new things. Don't you remember he tried to do this rehab image where he went on, brought in people and said, well, I'm going to bring in Trump supporters and talk about that. Lasted all of 5 minutes. And now he's back on the, the freedom and democracy is at risk and jeopardy. And he's a dictator. That didn't work well. The thing is that all these polls are complete crap. Nobody cares about illegal immigrants. Nobody. Mexicans hate illegal immigrants. People who come into this country and actually are legitimately, they hate them more than the white nationalists do. It's because they're like, listen, Vato, I came in and I did it the right way and you're going to jump the wall. They don't respect them. And trust me, we have a lot of friends who at once came over here who were not legal and did it the right way. And they despise them. And Trump's numbers on immigration, they're all trying to say, oh, well, his numbers are upside down in immigration. They're not. In fact, his numbers have been increased. Quinnipiac came out with a poll, and who cares? That's one poll. If you do all of them together, Donald Trump he's favorable. This is what they want. And let's face it, Gavin Newsom was embarrassed by Donald Trump. Absolutely embarrassed. He federalized the National Guard and went and did something decisively with no pause and got it to stop. And to the dismay of Californians, they want this. They support this type of action by putting progressives in place. And just look at all the small businesses who've fled California. Just look at all the people who have left because of these policies. That means the only ones who remain are the leftist of the left, the worst of the worst in California, unless you live in Bakersfield or the Valley or Orange County or the other places that are conservative in California. Anyway, something to think about. It's nice to see Eric Adams give New York a shot in the arm a little bit because they have been renowned for supporting these Hamas and anti-Israel BLM bullshit. And you know what? Enough's enough. And I'm glad to see it. Eric was a Republican, definitely. When I was in the military, he was a Republican. But just because you were a Republican in a name doesn't make you a Republican completely. Joe Rogan had Dr. Mary Talley Bowden. Looks like that Dr. Isabel's not coming on. They're not responding to us because they wanted us to book them. Listen, it's kind of nice to be a show now that we can say, no, we've got 5 other bookings in front of you, and we don't have an opening until July. So we told them, sorry, we're not going to bump other people for you because these people have been waiting to come on the show, and we've got you in July. But she's like, let's do it Thursday. I said, we can't do it Thursday. We have another person coming on. Well, Friday. No, we're not going to have 2 guests back to back. And we're very open and very, hospitality is kind of our thing when it comes to people and giving the best customer service experience that we can. But we're not going to bump somebody else because you want on right now. So I don't know what, she hasn't responded. So maybe she's coming
I
on.
emailed her and I haven't heard anything.
I hope she comes on, but if not, it is what it is. But this lady, Dr. Mary Talley Bowden, shares chilling COVID stories on Joe Rogan. I don't know if you saw it. It'll make your blood boil. She revealed that hospitals were euthanizing COVID patients to free up beds and that it wasn't an uncommon practice. This is her story. It's anecdotal in the sense that I have not verified or checked it, but it was an interesting segment on Rogan, and I figured we could watch it and then comment. Here it is.
There's a lawsuit today that's first jury trial in the country over these hospital protocols where they had a young woman with Down syndrome. They basically euthanized her. They gave her a DNR order, even though she didn't have one. And the father has just been wonderful. It's a Shara family.
Why did they do that? They euthanized her for what?
I've seen this. I have reviewed records from these hospital patients, and they'll euthanize them. They need the bed. They said, well, they're going to die anyway.
What was this person in the hospital for?
COVID protocol. So,
and they wait. So they were in the hospital with COVID, and they gave them something to kill them?
Yeah, that happened. I'm sorry, but that happened. People, they give them morphine and insulin. And
what?
Yeah.
That's common?
Yeah. I've reviewed charts. In this situation, they gave her a DNR, which is do not resuscitate, meaning if they look like they're dying, you don't do anything, which that was not the case. So they're suing for battery, which is one way of getting around the PrEP Act, because the PrEP Act is very hard to penetrate. The PrEP Act protects everybody, all the doctors, all the hospitals from any wrongdoing during COVID. So it's been this big challenge trying to get around the PrEP Act. In this case, has hope of getting around the PrEP Act because they're charging for battery, and they're in trial. It started today. It's in Wisconsin. So that gives me hope.
All right. So some of you may not be familiar with what the PrEP Act is, and I've done a little prep work on the PrEP Act so we could be prepared. The PrEP Act stands for Public Readiness and Emergency Preparedness Act. It was in 2005 this was enacted. It gives the Secretary of Health and Human Services, the HHS, the power to issue liability immunity to certain individuals and entities like pharmaceutical companies, doctors, and government agencies. This is what they did with Pfizer, Moderna, et cetera, et cetera. During that public health emergency, it gives them a shield. So from lawsuits, it protects the manufacturers, distributors, healthcare providers from any liability, any manufacturer testing requirements, distribution, administration of certain medical countermeasures can be nullified simply because of the PrEP Act. Go ahead and mute up your mic real quick. Covers COVID-19 products, was used heavily during COVID-19 to cover vaccines, masks, and other pandemic-related medical interventions. It is a federal law, which then makes it difficult at the state law because it does sometimes with this fall into a federal removed from the state's purview and moves into a federal case simply because the state understands that it's going to be hit on appeal at the federal and circuit courts. So instead of going ahead and dealing with that rigmarole and wasting their time at the state level, they'll move it to a federal level court. And then this essentially this PrEP Act nullifies any further litigation against the pharmaceutical companies and doctors. So it's a conundrum wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in an enigma. How do you get a fair trial in the state when you know it's just going to fail on appeal? You don't. And then you don't get to sue these doctors. Class action lawsuits are the one thing that they can do, but that has to be proven, and a certain percentage of them have to be kind of on the docket and solidified as there were damages in order to go ahead and move forward. So until you can't do any of those things because you can't get enough of these cases to actually be heard by the state in order to go ahead and file a class action lawsuit based on precedent. So it is a horrible disservice to the victims of these type of things. Caller, you just called in. Who are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, Matt, it's Frank.
Hey, Frank. What do you want to talk
Frank.
about, buddy?
Hey, nobody should trust Gavin Newsom. The guy is way too slick. He's slicker than Slick Willie.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy should never be trusted. He has done everything wrong for the state of California. He's drowning it. And I realized looking at the map that it is predominantly red, but except for those cities on the coast that are dominating everything because they brought illegals in to vote and shifted everything to their side. They have to get smart. They've got to understand. And the other thing I've noticed, you've got more Democrats starting to come over to the Republican side, which I don't know if that's good or not because I don't trust either side. I think they're both birds of the same wing, but that's just me. I'm politically agnostic. I just observe and try to figure out what the hell their game is. But man, that was just a thought I had to throw at you.
Yeah. Any thoughts on this COVID thing where, these states are essentially powerless to go after? That's why people are talking about Fauci and, well, we should go after Fauci, but we can't go after Fauci because he has blanket immunity. And, how are we supposed to hold these people accountable to the things that they did when, they get out these get out of jail free cards that essentially give them qualified immunity?
I think some of that may be connected to the auto pen thing. There's going to have to be more research into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once they finally drill down on it and figure out that that was totally illegal and whoever was operating it did not have Biden's consent, I think that's going to become a whole different thing.
Right.
But that's a fight for another day.
Yeah.
I would like to see that happen. I think there's so many people that need to be brought to justice. And the thing I'm aggravated with Trump right now is that it seems like he's moving too slowly. They're dragging their feet on so many things. Now, the Democrats, they've never bothered to drag their feet when it comes to going after us. Why can we not turn the tables on them and go with such a vengeance and go after them with the same impunity that, and maybe that's the wrong word, but you understand what I'm trying to say.
I do.
Hit them as hard.
I wouldn't say that they were quick in any way, shape, or form. The Mueller investigation wrapped up in almost 3 years. The initial charges, whether it be for AG in New York or Georgia or any of a lot of those investigations didn't go until 2 years after his presidency was out. The impeachments both were at the end of his presidency. The third impeachment didn't happen because he was out of office. I wouldn't say the Democrats moved quickly at all. I think the whole intents and purposes of the Democrats is to make as much noise and as loud and as Novocaine as possible. So it anesthetizes the entire population at one point or another because they're just saturating the market with these political lawfare. And I think it's actually refreshing to see people do things behind the scenes and say, you know what, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to have leaks. We're working on it. We're telling you we're working on it. We're going as fast as we can. I don't like that answer, but I'd much rather have that than Adam Schiff come out there and say, I've got the smoking gun. It was, Professor Plum in the library when he's got nothing. Or, the Mueller investigation. Well, any day now, these indictments are coming down and Donald Trump's going to be arrested. Nothing happened. Same thing with Hillary Clinton with James Comey is, oh my God, this is it. She's going down 12 minutes of the Perry Mason speech. And then, yeah, but she didn't mean to. So therefore she's innocent. What? Since when does ignorance of the law give you some sort of protection? But Frank, thank you for your donation. I just saw that over the top, 4169. Thank you, buddy.
Figured you're on the phone, so I posted. Right. Thank you.
You guys take care.
We love you, Frankie. Thanks for being on, buddy.
Thank you so much.
See ya. Amy, your thoughts on this? COVID, a lot of craziness. How many times were we throttled and shut down and turned off because we just mentioned the word COVID? I just want to start every show and do a COVID song and have Still Point just do a song with 300 words and all they do is say COVID and hammer out melodic tones. But alas, does it matter? Is anything really going to happen about this? Or are all these people just going to get a pass and say it was a crazy time and they didn't know what to do?
Well, I've never heard what this lady was saying. So I find it very interesting. I'd like to look into this more. I did not hear this at all. You would have to believe there has to be whistleblowers in hospitals where this was happening. I can't imagine every single person on the staff of a hospital would be like, yeah, this is what we're doing and it's okay and no one's going to come forward.
Right.
So it's a little hard for me to believe this like, was this one specific hospital? Were these just evil people? Was this like
This is Grey's
there's
Anatomy.
just a lot of it's like a lot of questions that I have. I hate to think that all people are this truly inherently evil, and I feel like you would have to be to do this to someone who is, I mean, come on, a Down syndrome child. I mean, that's like
This isn't
literally the
Finland.
most
This
evil-
isn't Finland where they just kill Down syndrome babies before they're
Right.
even born.
Right.
But would anything surprise you nowadays, Liv? I mean, Ames, we keep hearing these things. Everyone's like, it's conspiracy. And then like 6 months later, you're like, oh my God, it's not conspiracy. Here's, and because this is what Olivia and I had a friend in Houston who was nursing and just postpartum, probably 6 weeks or so, 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Whatever, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. Quick.
Yeah, I think she was when it was.
Right. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
she was like
so
8.
Houston. She was at Houston Methodist, and that's one of the largest hospitals in the nation. And they saw over 700,000 patients in like a month and a half for COVID. Amy, you remember we broke this story, and we brought it to everyone's attention where they said that there was a 98% chance that you would not go into the ICU if you had the vaccine. And you had a 100% chance of going to the ICU if you didn't have the vaccine. These were stats they gave us. You will absolutely go if yours goes into pre-existing conditions and goes into the most severe state, you will go to ICU 100% of the time. And we're like, those numbers seem weird. They were weird. In fact, when they actually looked at the data for the ICU patients, 12.6% did not have the vaccine, and then 18% did have the vaccine. It was a 6% difference. It was a blatant lie. And the CEO of that hospital wrote a memo to people and basically fired nurses over this. But in order to do that, had to include the stats, and they whistleblowed and they told us. No one would ever believe that a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar hospital would be lying with an abortion of the truth when it came to this vaccine. Nobody would believe that. Now, there's not a lot I don't believe when it comes to this stuff. I question everything now,
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm with Amy. It's kind of hard. I'd like to do research on it on my own to see if this is, actually true, which, we may find out that it is in the future. But I know there was some shady stuff going on all over the country with the fact that people were coming in, motorcycle accident, car accident, something has nothing to do with COVID. They were giving them COVID tests to see if they had COVID, had no symptoms of COVID, but said they had COVID. And they died because of their injuries from the accident. And they were saying that they died of COVID.
Yeah.
And it is.
Well, there's a reason why.
Ridiculous, because they got money.
They got money for
every
it.
patient that had
they got
COVID,
like
they got money.
$15,000 every time they diagnosed COVID. Every time they ran a COVID test, it was like $25,000. Every time they administered somebody in the ICU, it was $50,000. And then when somebody died, it was $75,000 to $100,000. You're telling me that if you're a nurse and a lot of your numbers are tied to metrics and your intake and outtake of patients and success rates, that maybe you just don't administer the same level of care with somebody who you feel is going to die in 7 days. So you just basically neglect them so they die in 5. I don't know. I can't answer. You're telling me there's people who are not like Dexter out there in the world who step on an air hose or maybe give just little bit too much of a narcotic and whoopsie and play the God complex. I don't know. But the point is, is that if it's coming out, let's do something about it. I also, if it's bullshit, then Joe Rogan should be calling it out, not sitting there going, whoa, really? Wow. Wow. Really hard hitting.
Yeah.
I love Joe Rogan, but dude, he should not get into this. He needs to ask questions. I'm with Amy. I'm circumspect. I have questions. It's easy to believe the horrible, but it's important to prove the improbable. And wait, hold on. Listen to that quote. That's pretty good. Proving the improbable, right? That's our job, and we try to do that on this show. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I want to find out when it comes to like nursing homes and other places, were they following federal law where with coming to about visitors and stuff like that? Or was it that specific nursing homes had their individual rules of who could come in and visit?
No, they were following the federal mandates.
I mean, that right there, that's what pisses me off about it, is these nursing homes, it would spread like wildfire. And these old people were getting it, and there's no way they're going to survive. But the problem is the nursing homes aren't letting family members in. They're not letting their family members say goodbye to their parents and their grandparents, and they're dying alone when they should have family around them.
We understand this.
And that needs to be looked into. I mean, if there was anything that needs to be sued over, it needs to be that.
You can't sue over it. I just
know,
told you
it's
why.
Ridiculous.
Because the PrEP Act protects them, and this was emergency powers declared, where they allowed judges to go ahead and write legislation. Same thing with the election. They allowed the election to be mass mail ballot because judges decided. Yep. I think Mel's on the phone. Hi, Mel. It's been a while. How's Mom doing? How are you doing?
Well, talking about healthcare, this kind of rolls into what I've been dealing with, whatever. But going to this topic is, to Olivia's point with the nursing homes, Shannon Bream took basically New York to task over the fiasco with her parents and whatever, both of them dying and whatever, or in-laws and whatever, and not being allowed to see them. And Como eventually, I think that was his demise, was more so than his scandals with his laissez-faire lifestyle, blah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's come more to light in the last few years and whatever. There's so many people in the medical industry, nurses, male, female nurses, whatever, that have taken on the God syndrome. And how many cases now are out there? And there's a shit ton of them going in and killing because they say, well, it's more whatever. This is their thought process going, I'm saving them from any more pain and suffering. And there's more and more and more of these cases coming to light because especially like in nursing homes or whatever, they pass away. A lot of times there are no autopsies because it's just like in whatever, cremated, and it's too late because that's how fast they try to push these things through. So they can't catch whatever. But there are incidents, it's becoming more and more that families are like, no, something is not right here. Like he was fine yesterday and all of a sudden like he's dead. Like, it happens, sure. Yeah. It happens, but the way it's going these days, it's becoming more and more predominant rather than going the other way. Like the medical profession is screwed. It's now all dollar orientated. It's whatever. They don't keep people in beds because I just went through.
Yeah, it's metric based.
With my mom, and she has a doctor. So when I did get there, eventually on her wristband is his doctor unassigned, and I'm like, but she has a doctor, and she only got to see nurse practitioners. She got one doctor stopped in the whole 10 days that she was there, and when all of the shit went down because of what happened, she ended up with infections from the wounds and whatever. And they never even looked at it for over 4 days.
Ugh.
And she kept saying, but it hurts, like it, whatever. It's like whatever. And when they finally took the bandages off, because she basically had stage 3 edema and her skin broke and all the fluids were flowing out. So all these openings all got infected. They just put bandages over them. They didn't change them. They didn't clean them. And if they did, they used just distilled water. No antibiotic, no nothing. It wasn't until day 4 that she actually got somebody that went, oh, this is not good, and ripped off the first bandage, and it was 100% infected.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's 93, but she has her mind, like, whatever. Like, but they treat old people different. It's like, oh, we're going to go anyways. So they don't have time for you. It's like,
why would they? It's like, okay, so say you get a vehicle that's from 1968 that rolls into your shop. Are you going to put $3,000 worth of work into that vehicle, or are you just going to go to the person and say, listen, you can go pick up a $3,000 1985 Honda for the same price. It's going to be 10 times better for you. When somebody walks in who's 92 or 89, do you work as hard as you would for a 45-year-old? And the answer is probably no, they don't. Now they like, the Hippocratic Oath says that we do. Come on, life-saving measures can be emotionally decisive as much as financially decisive. Let's be honest.
I agree, and that's why when it came down to it, and she had all the whatevers, and they said, well, you need this surgery to go and clear out whatever, because she has blockages going to her heart. And she goes, no, I'm too old. Save your operating time, like whatever, for somebody who's younger or whatever. Like she's resigned. Like she knows, because she has her faculties, which is probably the biggest problem with her and I, because it's like, oh, we are like whatever. But she knows it's not like, but, and she is smart enough to say, no, save your energies, whatever. But in the meantime, can you just make this stop for a little bit?
Yeah. So, Mel, I've got 8 other topics. I want to dive more into this, and I want to make sure your mom's okay. That's the most important thing to me. Are you doing okay? Are you holding up okay? How's the arm? Give me 30-second answer on that one, and then I gotta punt you.
Oh, well, they took the 3rd cast off and they put me in a soft cast, and she says it's not healing as fast as she would want it to, but it's good. I'm good.
Are you getting in the sun?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
it's 30 degrees.
I know, really. But vitamin D is so very important in natural healing. So get your vitamin D.
Oh no, I do more natural vitamin D than I do take the pills, because the natural stuff, the sun is better than the pills. So, but yeah, no, I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
I was tired.
We love you.
Tired.
Just heal up. Take care of mom. Let us know when you're back full time. We miss you, and we love you and appreciate you, buddy.
Alrighty, love you guys.
All right, later, bye.
Bye, Mel.
Mel gets exclusive access on the show anytime she wants. There's just a few people. If they call, they get time. Mr. Holiday Sauce 3142 donated. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you, man. Maddie Howenitz is the shiznit. So thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Anything else on this? I think let's move to 7.
Yeah.
Josh Hawley blows lid on the 23andMe data scandal for DNA. Remember when you wanted to do this, Liv?
Mm-hmm.
He got exposed. They keep your genetic information even if you delete it, and they're selling it. Josh Hawley exposed it.
You know what? My dad was like, because I told him I wanted to do this, and I just thought he was being paranoid, because he's like anti-government, not like he's doing anything bad. He just doesn't want to be on the internet, doesn't want to be on social media, would, never do the genetic stuff to find out your, the 23andMe and stuff. And I thought he was just being paranoid. I'm like, well, I want to do it. Well, he was right. He's like, they're keeping it and they're going to do stuff with it and sell it. And I was like, okay, whatever. Well, apparently he was right. So I need to call him and tell him I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, let's listen to this and see if you need to call him. Because, I think we're all kind of worried about stuff like this.
Yeah. And how long does that take?
Our policies state that, we will delete their data within 30 days. And in most cases, it is automatic and happens much quicker.
And when you deleted it, it's deleted. It's gone forever.
All the genetic data is deleted forever. And yes.
Really? Because that's not what your privacy statement says in the fine print. Let's read it. What your statement says is, we retain personal information. for as long as necessary to provide the services and fill the transactions you have requested, to comply with our legal obligations,
Amy's so
resolve
tired.
disputes, enforce agreements, et cetera, et cetera. And then it goes on, 23andMe and or our contracted genotyping laboratory will retain your genetic information even if you choose to delete your account.
Senator, 23andMe, it does not retain any genetic information regarding the consumer once they delete their account. We do.
It says right here that you will retain genetic information, including date of birth and sex, even if you choose to delete your account. This is your privacy policy. I'm just quoting from it.
Senator, to the best of my knowledge, we do not maintain any genetic information.
It says even if you choose to delete your account, we will retain your genetic information, date of birth and sex, even if you choose to delete your account.
There is some information that we do retain, such as
Well, you just said you
not
don't.
related to the genetic information,
Right.
but that such as name, email address,
Oh.
and other.
So even if you delete the account, you retain their name, you retain their email address, you retain their date of birth, you retain their sex, and you retain their genetic information, even if they choose to delete your account. So in other words, don't talk to your suit behind you. Talk to me.
It's amazing how many CEOs have no idea how their companies work or how they run, and they are there just to collect a paycheck and allow their people to do all the work. I mean, I've worked for several CEOs, and I've worked shoulder to shoulder with several CEOs. And I'm not saying they don't do amazing things, because they do. And I'm not saying that they aren't able to fine-tune the minutia to ensure their company works effectively. But those are leadership skills. But understanding the mechanics of none of them have went out there and peddled the stuff they're selling. None of them have handled customer complaints. None of them have done trouble calls. They have no fucking clue. And this guy is just a prime Zuckerberg example. Would you like to turn around and apologize to the people who use sex traffic their children? I'm sorry, everybody, and I didn't mean to. It's like, dude, we're not banning and shadow banning conservative accounts, as Amy and I literally shat the bed when he says something like that, because we know that's not true. Liv, your thoughts on this? Do you want to go do your DNA testing again? Have it sold to China?
Probably not. I mean, it would be nice, but no, probably not. I mean, yeah, this is why you have to read the fine print. This is
Right.
why they make those the fine print, 10 pages long and like size 2 font and a complete legal jargon where you can't understand anything. So you just and scroll to the bottom and hit I accept, and you're on your merry way.
Yep.
I am guilty of doing that for pretty much everything.
Yep.
So maybe we should read the fine print from now on, because they
Yeah.
put stuff in there that you probably need to know that is going to hurt you in the end. So
Yeah, I mean, what if they used it for DNA testing to check your genealogy? What if you have predisposition for Alzheimer's and they decide not to go ahead and cover you for insurance? Because there's certain things, check your PSA levels. There's certain things that they can check in blood tests. Like if you have higher estrogen and lower testosterone, you have your higher propensity for osteoporosis and other things. So what if they take these DNA tests and sell it to insurance companies?
Exactly.
And they have a lower risk of losing on you, and it's controlled gambling. It's like playing the stock market with people. You don't think that's who's buying it?
I'm pretty sure.
Who do you think's buying it? Like
anyone who's going to benefit.
Color Tile, or Dunn Edwards Paint. No, it's fucking insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies who want to understand what the chemical helix looks like in its patients. Amy, anything you want to add to this before we move to the next one, which I'm sure you'll have some stuff on?
Yeah, I would just add that I hope that our government is also looking into, like when I had my son, I didn't ask for genetic testing. I actually was very much against it, but they still did a very basic genetic testing on me to like rule out certain things, even though I was adamant, like I don't care if my son has 3 heads, I'm not going to abort him, but they still did whatever screening and testing. And I think this is a part of that. And I didn't want it done, but like it was pretty much required to have it done. So I think they need to be looking into those types of tests as well.
Insane.
Because, yeah.
That's insane.
Right.
Thank God he only had 2 heads versus 3.
Exactly. Exactly.
Donald Trump drops a brutal video that proves the peaceful LA protests are third world insurrection riots on American soil. You got to love these. 49 seconds of truth bombs coming from the White House. Give this a watch and we'll get your comments.
Day of rallies and protests on the streets of Los Angeles.
It was a peaceful rally. What is going on right now is also peaceful.
Elon, maybe that you're no longer working in the White House, you can actually fix X. Otherwise, I'm going to stop streaming from your platform. Seriously, man? God.
And protests on the streets of Los Angeles.
It was a peaceful rally. What is going on right now is also peaceful.
Here we are expecting rallies later on.
When they show up, we got to show up even stronger.
JD, you're right, man. Facebook, Liv, what's our account? We're almost 1,000 users down in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
What's it at?
239,358. It actually went up 200 since we got that email from Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook has monetized. Amy, I don't know if you know this, but they've turned our monetization on for everything.
Except stars.
Nice.
Except
Finally.
well, I'm calling them about stars and finding out what's going on. But we are in the green as of now, but our users are dropping like rocks.
Yeah.
And our engagement sucks. So it's like, wow, thanks for the ability to make money that we can't. By the way, folks, if you have not had a chance to donate, this number you see, 336, pretty much 85% of it was donated by one man. If you guys have not had a chance to donate, please do. We're looking to overdrive. We had a really terrible Monday because we had to do so much work.
We had a really horrible Facebook month. We made $210.
No,
what did we make?
$97.
Oh, that's right, $97 in the month of May.
So you guys can help us out a little bit. It's rough until we get situated. But if anyone would not mind, ignore that because $260 some odd was from Paul. So
John,
I'm sorry, John, Paul, whatever, same thing. It's all biblical. But if you look at that, that means we've hit like $90 tonight. So if you haven't had a chance, please help us out. If you haven't had a chance to donate, you like the show, and it's one of your first nights watching, please help us. Scott Andrew says, Matt, thoughts on the possibility of terrorist attacks during these staged protests? We already know tens of thousands of Muslim extremists entered our country. We know they're planning terrorist attacks. They staged protest riots, multiple terrorists. Here's my thing. Is Muslim... hello? Hey, hi. We're in the middle of this show. Can I call you back? Do you need me right now? All right, kiddo. We'll call you back. Bye. Sorry if I get a phone call like that. I usually answer. So, where was I? Shit.
you were asking. Scott Thomas was asking a question.
Oh yeah. So, my thoughts are this: is Muslims are not going to. They want the loudest and biggest terrorists. Want the loudest and biggest impact. And they're not going to compete with news stories. So they're going to wait till the cameras are dead, and then they will make a bang. That's the way they work. They want as many witnesses and as many innocents as possible harmed. And honestly, the protesters, although they don't like them and they would decapitate every one of them in their own homeland, they actually benefit the terrorists because it distracts from what they're doing, but it also demoralizes the people, and ultimately what they want to do is destroy the United States from within. So it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend is not quite what it is, but the enemy of my enemy doesn't get their head lopped off and stuck into a pile of sand eaten by ants is more of what they're focused on. Let's watch the rest of this video.
In Los Angeles, there is a new crowd of protesters that has been building.
CNN had it that these were rallies. Now they've become protests. I'm afraid that by tonight they become riots. If we don't have the ability to stand up and stop this violence before it consumes a great city like Los Angeles, then there's no telling where this could spread.
So, was Trump wrong?
No.
Was he wrong? Should he have sent? Oh, shut up! Should he have sent in the military? Should he have offered his help? Should he have sent in and authorized and requested other states to send in their. What should he have done? Did he do the right thing?
He did the right thing.
Yes.
ICE is federal. He sent in federal National Guard to protect the federal employees, because we know Gavin Newsom wasn't going to do it. Gavin Newsom wasn't going to do anything to protect them, anything from the state. And Trump knows that, and he can't rely on him. So why even try and wait to talk sense into him? Because it's just going to waste time. So I think he was absolutely right. I think he learned the first time around through the summer of love that if he waits, it's just going to get 10 times worse. And then it's going to be much harder to try and get them to stop. So no, I think he was 100% correct in going in when he did. And
fair enough. What about the Marines? Were the Marines too excessive? Should have just stuck with the National Guard and not done the Marines?
No, I don't think the Marines were too excessive at all.
Yep.
I think
Air Force, Navy. I mean, shit. If you can get
they need the extra power, because
get an aircraft carrier in there.
Yeah, it's with the amount of pushback that Newsom is giving them. Yes, they absolutely need the power. Newsom is fanning the flames to make them higher, and he's pushing it. He wants it to get worse, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
But including the mayor of Los Angeles, she's the same way.
Yeah, she's a douche nugget.
So yeah, no, Trump needs to do everything he can to get them to stop.
Yeah.
Amy, overall thoughts on this? You've been watching from afar. What do you think?
I think Trump is doing the right thing. Just saying January 6th should just be the obvious thing there. We didn't have a National Guard, and although that was not Trump's fault, it was Nancy Pelosi's, and she admitted that on her own, that
she
should have been called in. I think this is the right choice. We cannot let our country go to shambles. Like, this is still our country, and these people are here illegally, and it's not that we hate them unless they're committing, heinous crimes, but come in the legal way. We're not saying you can't be here.
I'm with you. I don't disagree with it. Once again, we're Republicans and we believe in limited government, but we also believe in law and order. And JD, $15 missed you guys. I've been busy, but listening. Thank you, JD. We appreciate it. 351-50-41. We hit most of our goal in one shot tonight from a wonderful friend of mine named John Fugue. He's an amazing guy. He just created a whiskey distillery, and I'm going to go drink Saturday a little bit, maybe if I can get the studio rounded up. But real quick, we are still open for donations. We've got another 30 minutes, and we've got plenty of topics to cover. We'll be right back.
The Dumb Show is built on real conversations, raw, unfiltered, and fearless. Big Tech didn't like that. Facebook pulled out funding, tried to shut us down. But for over a year, you, our incredible viewers, have kept us going. Your support, your donations, your time, it all matters. Most of you spend 10 plus hours a week with us. Compare that to Netflix, maybe 5 hours a month. We believe we're worth that time, and we hope you do too. But listen, we don't want giving to feel like a burden. We want it to feel good. So take a second to ensure you're in a good spot. If you're in a place to give, that will be amazing. If not, just liking and sharing helps more than you know. Visit thedumbshow.com/donate. Whether it's PayPal, Venmo, or Mail, every bit helps to keep us going. Dumb Nation, we appreciate you more than words can say.
We have hit gold for tonight because of one amazing viewer. If you have not had a chance, please help out. I know everyone goes, 300, they hit their goal. But honestly, our goal is $1,000 a night. Let's be honest. Whatever we can do, because the show, we need to grow, we need to expand. And there's a level that we want to hit where we can not only get bigger, but start bringing in guests and flying people in. So $300 a night pays the bills. We want to do as much as we can. So on these nights when somebody comes in and really crushes it for us, it would be really nice to continue to hit pace. So if you haven't had a chance, please do. Hey, caller, where are you from? Hey, caller, where are you from?
Minnesota.
Who are we talking to? Is that who? I can't.
Hillstrom, I bet.
Hello.
You got it.
Yep, it's Joseph Hillstrom.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. You were breaking up in my headphones. Joseph, what do you want to talk about, man? Got you for a couple minutes before we got to move on to the next topic. Go ahead.
Correct. Yeah, I just want to bring up Minnesota waiting for things to pop up in Minneapolis. It's already
Yeah.
Well, the protest. Let me clarify. It's protest. So,
Peaceful
The
protest.
peaceful protests.
Mostly peaceful protests.
No, I just got a little bit of PTS watching LA situation. You know, I have a neighbor that was National Guard, Army National Guard, that went to the peaceful protest in Minneapolis in 2020. And yeah, I talked to him. He's in full military gear going out there, and he looked disheveled, a little bit worried, you know, to be expected. But I just wanted your feelings on that, Matthew. What do you think's gonna, you know, your speculation or your?
I don't think it's enough this time to fire off the powder keg. I think these people are going to keep their powder dry. I think they lose public sentiment if they start burning shit down right now. They're going to wait for an unarmed black person to be shot. They're going to wait for a Jew to defend themselves and kill a Hamas supporter, and make that person, you know, hopefully a woman who has a child at home, and, you know, and make her seem whatever, or a transgender Hamas person. I don't know. But what they'll do is they'll wait for an opportune time to flip the switch and to release the kegs. But right now they're going to keep their powder dry. It's not big. If they do this now, it's going to have adverse effects to their cause. And that was the thing about BLM. They're like, oh God, well, look, all these unarmed black people being killed. And although that number was literally infinitesimal and has been on average 17 a year for the last 20 years, which it sucks, but I'm sorry, when we say the word unarmed, it means that it didn't have a firearm in their hand or a knife, or weren't reaching for one, or in a car trying to run somebody over. Very rarely are there unarmed black shootings, because it's a lie. But I like I said, I think they'll wait. I think they're going to wait for something bigger, and this is just a precursor to what's to come.
Yeah, but Minneapolis is a whole different ballgame than even LA.
Yeah,
you don't know. It's I think it's probably worse than LA in terms of the liberal nut cases out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got liberal. I'll take liberal nutcases over jihadists any day of the week, because liberal nutcases, all you got to do is have liberal kung fu to beat these idiots. But jihadists are an ideology all within their own. Yeah, Frank, let's do this. I'm going to give you. Or Joseph. God damn it! I even said I wasn't going to call you Frank. I'm sitting here and I was going to put up Frank in the name, and I'm like, no, I'm going to say Joseph. I'm not going to do it. And then I call you Frank.
Wow. You can call me Frank. He's a good guy.
He is a good dude. It doesn't matter. You guys sound alike in a little bit of ways. So what? Give me 1 minute, quick one, and then I got to jump off and show a couple more videos. Go ahead.
Well, I just was curious for your thoughts on if this thing is going to turn into 2020 again, or you think it's just. I think Trump isn't jumping the gun in terms of, in 2020, I think he learned a big lesson, because Trump was ready to actually bring in the National Guard within the first day. You know how many days it lasted here in Minneapolis? It was like, I think it was 5 to 7. I think it was 7 days of complete fucking chaos, man. So, sorry for my language.
No, it's okay. It's fine. You can cuss. I don't think Trump cares about California. I think Trump cares about the federal buildings and getting the illegals out. I think he understands that California has an opportunity to flip at some point in the next decade, but it will not if they continue to allow illegals to harbor in these cities. They've got to get rid of sanctuary cities. It's where the entire syndicate from Corpus Christi all the way up to Salem, Oregon, and into Seattle, Washington, is a Hispanic, Mexican-based crime syndicate, which are all illegals. And there are thousands of them that hit Apple stores, and you literally can map them throughout the year versus the movie Point Break, where they, follow the banks and follow the waves. These guys just follow the weather. but they literally just, in all my stores from Texas all the way up to Arizona, I would just see these gangs just constantly hit our stores. And just that alone right there, they are billions of dollars from phone card theft to stealing phones to running scams online to having people cajole and embezzle money from elderly. I mean, these people are scums of the earth. One of those ladies was working for one of them. It was $64 million she stole from, I think it was EBT and food stamps and shit. And she was working for that same cartel. So he's got to do what he's got to do, which is allow the federal authorities to do their job. But, that's pretty much it, Joseph. I hope it goes well in Minnesota, man.
Wait. One last point.
Yeah, go.
Is we have the worst governor in the country. So it's really scary. So anyways.
Well, Walls.
I'll let you go. I'm sorry about that.
Why are you sorry? Don't be sorry.
Walls.
I'm not a big fan of him either. And don't ever be sorry for calling in. It's just we're up against it. And I got a shit ton of stuff to cover.
Walls versus Newsom. Who's worse?
Newsom at least
That's
can.
a good question.
At least Newsom just doesn't claim to be something he's not. He is a greasy douche, and he openly admits it. All right, we got to let you go, Joseph. Love you, buddy.
Bye,
Thanks.
Joseph.
All right.
Yeah, bye.
All right.
Thank
So,
you.
All right.
You know thank you, buddy.
Love
You know what I love most? I love when white people tell black people how tough they don't have it. CJ Jenkins having a hard time right now. CJ, we love you. Please tell us what's going on. I hope you're okay. If it's about money, stop giving money, damn it. And if it's something else, let us know how we can help. Here's the video where a bunch of white people are telling a black person to calm down about work. You know what? It's just work. Jeez. Why don't you live off your daddy's trust fund?
But I have a kid. If I don't, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? I need to get a job today. Then what happens to my kids? I can't help you. But you can if you could just move out the way. You're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing peaceful? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I care so much.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Here's the problem. Somebody educate me. Is this $ stuck?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Someone educate me. I thought, if I'm not mistaken, that in every state, that if someone stops you and will not allow you to leave, that is called you are being held hostage and kidnapping. Mm-hmm. How is that not kidnapping?
Yep.
Yeah.
What would stop her from pulling out a gun and just shooting him square in the midsection? He's trying to kidnap me. Sir, you're kidnapping me, and if you do not move, I will respond in lethal force. Get this on camera. Sir, this is your last warning. I feel threatened for my life. I feel like you will not allow me to proceed home. You're holding me against my will, and now I am going to execute my right. And I'm gonna blow a cap in your ass. Is that wrong?
No. No, it's not. These people are stupid.
Go ahead, Amy.
I mean, I don't think that would ever fly.
But why?
I mean,
but why? Why wouldn't it?
because it's not like I don't know what state they're in. I'm assuming California or New York, which their laws are different than ours here.
There it is.
And I don't believe they have that. I don't think you can use lethal force unless you are in like imminent danger at that moment.
You can in Virginia.
I know you can here.
Well, don't you remember those guys who tried to run me off the road? And I told them, I said, you guys are impeding my way home. And at this point, I feel that you're going to try to hurt me, and I'm going to respond in turn. And I flashed my gun. And the officer said, you were well within your right to kill them both.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't, because you'd be coming home with us tonight. But I'm to the point where, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, who gets you to judge that I'm not on your side? Like, Have you run a background check on me before you stopped me in the middle of the road? Do you even know what I think? How do you know I'm not on your side? And their ideology is, well, if you're on our side, then you wouldn't mind being detained and losing your job. These people are insane. They're just fucking, they're the degenerates in high school that couldn't take showers. They're just lowlives. And they've carried on in life being as much of a failure as they were in youth. And I'm sick of them. I can't stand them. And I don't care about your cause, okay? I just don't give a shit. I don't care. I care about my family. I care about my friends. I don't have time to care about you. If you need something, I'll do my damnedest. But these people are like, no. What about their families? I don't fucking care about their families. I only care about mine. Well, you're selfish. Yes, that's the ever-living point. Now get out of my way so I can continue being selfish. Amy, is this ever going to stop? I mean, are we ever going to get to a place of reason? What is it going to take to get these people to knock this shit off and get out of the fucking road?
I think it's going to take a lot of disgruntled people who do commit atrocities, like running them over and things like that. I think it's going to take a lot. I'm not advocating for that. I think that's horrible. Don't do that. But
is it horrible? Amy, is it horrible really? Is it really horrible, or is it kind of hilarious when I see them get run over? I'm like, oh God, that's so awesome. Why couldn't he got more? He only got 2 of them. Next time, get 10. Next time, back up. Like, I'm all for it. I'm like, literally, this is how desperate I've become for this to stop. Is I'm like, dude, those are weak numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Get your fucking game on. When you finally click the switch and go, you know what, time to take some people out. Do it right.
I do believe that people, I mean, we live in a free country where you can peacefully gather and protest. However, I think that those laws were designed before we had the roadways and intricate highway, things like that, that the city structures that we have, they were designed before we had these infrastructures in place. So maybe we need to revisit it and say, okay, you get these areas to protest in, and if it spills over, then you will be arrested if you're not peacefully protesting in this contained area.
But did you know that it was also illegal back on the King's Highway to profiteer and to solicit and to what's the word I'm looking for? Not trespass, but to
about a gathering place or something.
It's not even that. It was to it's not even meander, but licit and loiter on the King's Highway. And it was punishable by the gallows. You went to the gallows. You were hung up in the gallows and literally put in stirrups if you loitered or solicited on the King's Highway. And the same thing here. You can't go on a federal interstate and frickin' walk on it. You're arrested. And every state, you're not allowed to walk on an interstate. You're not allowed to walk on a freeway or a highway. You walk on a sidewalk. You can't walk on the interstate. So if you can't walk on the interstate and you can get arrested, then why can you protest there? And why are you allowed to stop me from getting to where I'm going? If it was a woman in an alley, could I step in front of her as a 6'4", 220-pound man and stand in front of her and say, you're not moving anymore?
No.
What would happen?
You would be arrested.
I'd be arrested. Kidnapping, sexual assault, whatever it would be, assault, not battery, but assault. So if you can't do that, then what gives you the right to stop me from going to work?
Yeah. I'm going to say something real quick because I have to leave and go pick up Hayden, but I'll be back. So a couple things is I remember when I first started on the show, you showed a video where a bunch of, I don't know if it was bicyclists or something, or they were like on the middle of the road and they wouldn't move and this dude just plowed through. That video made me laugh hysterically.
Yeah, I just don't.
So if I saw another one of those videos in downtown LA, I think I would laugh hysterically.
I don't care.
The other thing is somebody said, what is it going to take to get these people to stop? To be honest, I would love to see legal immigrants, a big group of them, start pushing against the rioters.
Wouldn't it be right?
Wouldn't that be awesome.
Great?
That and then freaking their own cause is just like shoved back in their face.
Yeah,
but I'll be back in 10.
Like the Nacho softball team shows up and they're there and the Los Hombres, Mexicali Garage in California, all those employees show up and the entire staff at Taco Bell, whatever. I don't care. But it would be nice to see some legal immigrants stand up. And there are a lot of them are pundits on TV. I know it's not right, but I think morally, I don't want to wish harm on anybody. But if it's happening already, it doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. I can't stand these people. And their stupidity deserves wrath. And if God's not going to delve it out anytime soon, we've got to do something, because the moral decay in this country is at an epidemic that we just can't. I mean, people are looking for God for a reason. I mean, Christianity has grown by 33% year over year. That is a massive number. And it's because people are trying to find answers that they're not getting in white fragility and DEI hiring practices.
Totally agree. I'm thrilled for it. I hope we'll come to Christ, and then we won't have to deal with this.
Wouldn't that be
nonsense.
Nice? Wouldn't that be nice that people could just self-regulate?
I will say,
Rob Schneider. You remember him from Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, I enjoy him.
Well, you're going to enjoy this.
Not the last 15 years of him, but he used to be funny. He looks terrible there. My golly.
He does, but this is kind of interesting. Listen to this, and it's kind of funny, a little bit, and it makes a good point. And there's some cussing, but listen to this.
Gay Pride Month seems a little greedy. It's a month. We get Veterans Day. You fight for the country, you get a day. Thank you for fighting for the country. Oh, sorry, day's over. Take the meat off the barbecue. That's it. You get a day. That's it. Day. Thank you for fighting for the country. Memorial Weekend. You die for the country. They give you a weekend. Thank you for dying for the country. Take the boat out of the lake and put it on. Take the boat out of the lake, put it on the truck. You get a weekend. Memorial Weekend. Thank you for dying for the country. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Kept the Union together. Gets a day. Not even his own day. He's got to share it with George Washington, who founded the whole fucking country. He doesn't get a day either. He's got to share it with Lincoln. But if they would have sucked each other's dicks, they would have got a whole month. That's all I'm saying.
It's pretty funny.
Love it. Yeah.
Are you done with holidays? Because I'm done. I'm done with holidays. I just I'm so tired of every 5 minutes is another reason to spend a shit ton of money that I don't have.
Yeah, I'm actually with you. I mean, we still celebrate our religious holidays. Yeah, I'm not a big holiday person anyway. I mean, I celebrate for my kids. So other than that, I don't even celebrate my own birthday. So I don't need all the holidays. I don't care. I don't care about Pride Month or even Women's Month or any of the, it's not that I don't care about people. It's just that, what are you doing? Get back to work.
Yes.
Go to your job and freaking stop with the parades and the marches and the protests and I just don't care.
We're so negative tonight. We're so negative. It's just,
yeah, sorry.
I think, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, we're in moods. We, usually, we're simpatico in our wavelength, but trust me, some of the people who I get along with the most, there's nights where those wavelengths kind of bump into each other. I'm not in a great mood because I am just ready for something new in this process, because all I see is the calendar clicking down until when Democrats could take over again, and we're just going to be right back where we were. And then someone Republican's going to come in, and are we ever going to heal? Are we ever going? No, we're not. This is it. This is who we are. Yeah. We're divided. We've crossed that demarcation line until an asteroid hits, in my opinion. But I'm going to show you two clips. Which one do you find more intellectually dishonest? Which one is absolutely dangerous? And the other one is just kind of leave them alone and let them do what they want. Here's the two videos, and then we're going to get out. Folks, if you haven't donated, now's your chance. Would love to hit 400. Come on. $38 away. Help us out. See what you can do. We had one big, huge benefactor tonight, and everyone's kind of taking a break. If you can help us, we would appreciate it. It takes just a little bit. Thank you. Here is this. Watch this one, and then I'll show you another one.
In fact, we've already seen that prices are rising on many everyday goods.
No, Congresswoman,
Please
today,
don't interrupt
today
me.
we had
The
a
time is mine.
1.1
The
increase.
time is mine. Please don't interrupt me. I will ask you questions and I will grant you an opportunity to answer them, but please don't interrupt me during my time.
With pleasure.
Okay, I know I'm a woman, but please try to limit yourself to answering my questions. No, I'm sorry, but we get talked over all the time, and I don't want that to happen at this hearing.
Maybe you deserve it. This whole I reclaim my time, you know what I'd say? Fuck you, lady. I reclaim my time. I'm leaving. You don't hold any power over me. You can't arrest me. Your subpoena is my goodwill to continue to sit in this chair. Go fuck yourself. I am grumpy tonight. I've cussed more in this episode than I have in a year. I'm done with these people. I'm just like, fuck you, you self-righteous hooker. I don't care. You look like you're Roseanne from 1980. At least Roseanne has had the good graces to actually, do herself up a little bit. Amy, come on. Does that bother you as much as it bothers me?
It definitely bothers me because she's supposed to be. First of all, her necklace was really bothering me, and I don't know what that was. I kept staring at it.
It's
really
long neck turtles.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like snails or okay. Either way, I don't like it. That is offensive to me because
I agree. Damn it,
it's distracting. And she's supposed to be holding a place of power. Have some dignity. Oh my golly, it's worse than I thought.
It's horrible.
I hate everything about it.
I do too. It looks like
everything about
yes. It's probably the eyeballs of the green-eyed children that she sacrificed in the name of Cthulhu.
I'm not a fan of. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, so maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact of something cool that I just don't know about. I don't know. I hate that though. I don't like it at all. But she's supposed to have some self-respect and some dignity for yourself, and don't put down all women just because people talk over you on occasion. Doesn't mean that happens to every woman.
Right.
To ever walk the earth.
Maybe you deserved. Maybe you deserve it. Maybe you deserve to be spoken over. Listen, don't project your husband's shit on us. It's just
seriously.
Mel asked a question and she said, "Can you explain to the group about how California, Arizona, etc., was not stolen from Mexico?" It wasn't as simplistic as the Louisiana Purchase, but they didn't steal it. California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and other parts of Southwest that weren't right. The land was bought and paid for in full. It was. I don't know. It was a treaty of Guadalupe something or other. Hidalgo. Yeah, it was forever and a day ago. It wasn't quite 200 years ago, but it's 175 years ago, some shit like that. And paid $15 million at the time. I think that's Mel said 11 trillion. That sounds about right. I haven't done the conversion. And it wasn't a one-sided deal at all. There was economic chaos. They had lost the war. They accepted terms and conditions. They got a shit ton of money for it.
He didn't read the fine print. They scrolled and clicked agree.
Yep. And then they got more money too in the Gadsden Purchase as well. That was, 10 years later or something like that. They got another 10 million, which is a ridiculous amount of money as well. It was a war. Mexico lost. The U.S. paid. They signed a treaty. Listen, it's not our fault. Just like college. It's not our fault you didn't read the fine print. You're paying a shit ton of interest. That's your fault. Mexico lost. The winner goes the spoils. Suck it up. So shut up. God, I'm really in a good mood tonight. I'm really just coming through as the power of positivity is just emulating from my bones. Here's the other video I wanted to show you. And I'll be honest with you. The cruel nature of people, it bothers me. And I know it's a Skash blossom necklace. It's indigenous, but those were turtles, right? I don't care what the name of it was. They were indigenous turtles. Turquoise squash blossom necklace. Holy shit. Robin comes out of the woodwork. Look at all these people. What amazes me is how many people actually watch this show that I don't know are watching, and they come out and say something. I'm like, why don't you guys say something more often? Turquoise squash blossom necklace. It's
lovely. There's a time and a place for that necklace. This was not it.
Yeah, that necklace is ugly. It literally looks like something that you would see in 50 Shades of Grey or something. It's not attractive.
it had an offensive quality to me, but again, I'm not like I wear the same exact jewelry every single day. I do not change my jewelry for anything. So
Yeah,
I'm not a jewelry person. Maybe I'm just not well versed in it. I don't know.
I wear a rubber ring.
And he wears a wedding ring too. But boom.
Rubber. Yep. It's funny. It's good. Amy was good. No, I laughed. No, it was great. I just, it was good. Rubber ring. Maybe the Aztecs should take it back. Yeah, that's my point. You know what? It's like Native Americans, just their land. They can welcome and try to take it back if they want to. In between, multiple shots of firewater and gambling their money away and doing methamphetamines, maybe they can find the time to build up an army and overtake the... No? Okay, well then shut up. We won. You didn't. Sorry. I just don't know what... listen, you guys, most of you are 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. You think you've had enough time to cope with shit that happened 200 years ago? I mean, it's not like you just woke up like, oh my God, slavery? You're kidding me. America? Oh. Are you kidding? Suffrage? The Tuskegee experiments? Japanese internment camps? What? Life isn't fair? You're kidding me. This is insanity. When did this happen? I got to pay taxes? I got to die? You just learn to cope, people. Get your coping skills in order. This would just solve so many problems and people would just realize that this shit took place when you weren't even born. It's over. It's over. So you can either just live in suffering. No wonder why you're so unhappy. Nobody can stand you, people. Here's a video. I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry.
Are they going to be screaming in the woods too? Is this
No.
lightsabers?
But to me, these guys are complete dorks. But you know what? Sure. They're not hurting anybody. At least they're not burning cars. They're a bunch of Star Wars nerds who are having a ceremony.
My lightsaber?
Yeah. They're having a ceremony. Imagine the person who's like, gosh darn it, Ken. What, Brad? Yeah. You got a blue saber? I'm supposed to be blue. There's 256 different colors you could have chosen, but you had to choose blue. Listen, man, every color is chosen. There's yellow, there's an orange one. What do you want me to do? It's like there's only so many colors I can do. Whatever, you're just stealing my ideas. Listen, man, I am Brock Star Runner. I've got the blue lightsaber. Here it is.
If my brother's in this video,
oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Initiate Aaron.
Love you, Uncle Wally.
Roach.
Shouldn't you be wearing robes or some sort of Padawan getup? Shouldn't you have a lock of hair that's a single column of hair that signifies your years as a Padawan? I mean, come on. If you're gonna cosplay, do you think the guy over here who's literally struggling with the batteries and is wearing his blue T-shirt, and then this lady who literally just found a Bozo the Clown outfit and spray painted it gray? Come on. These aren't even good. These aren't even good sabers. These are the shitty ones you buy at Toys R Us. I mean, get yourself a good one. I mean, there's $300-$400 ones out there, but these people would probably be able to afford clothes that fit.
Neil.
No, my name's Bob, not Neil.
By the right of council, by the will of the force, I name you.
This is the HMFIC right here. This is the head Jedi. This guy doesn't even have robes. Seriously. And then look at this guy. This guy right here. You can hear what it says. I like toy trains. I like toy trains. The lid out of my belly button. I do. I love it. I'm going to have hot dogs later with ice cream.
Jedi apprentice, rise and speak your name.
Why would you put a lightsaber on somebody's shoulders? It's like, oh my God, Joe's dead. Oh, we killed Brock Star Runner.
The will of the force, I name you.
That's going to leave a stain.
Jedi apprentice.
This guy's got a pink lightsaber. Like, he put some money into that thing. Look at that thing.
Rise and speak your name.
I like the guy twirling behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Speak your name. Rilo Storm Chaser.
No shit. Did he say Storm Chaser? I didn't even hear that. How did I? I'm serious. I didn't set that up. Wait, hold on.
Turn it up more.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to try. Hold on. Oh, God, I can't go up anymore. These people need audio lessons. All right, here it is.
Rilo Storm
Rilo Storm Chaser. I was like Brock Star Runner. That's close.
Hello, Storm Chaser! Woo!
All right.
Oh.
Look at this guy. What do we do? Does it really matter, Jesse? Does it? Just fucking go, dude, okay? This is so lame. None of us are getting laid ever. We are insoles for the rest of our life. The only choice we have is basically to sleep with this lady, okay? And she's already 18 months pregnant, okay? There's no chance we're getting any. We're not putting our saber in anything but a tauntaun, okay? Look at these guys. Look at the way they're carrying their sabers. Oh God, that rotary cuff is gone. I'm wearing protective clothes that are Jedi infused with the Force, and the lightsaber is impenetrable. Look at this guy.
Oh, stormtrooper.
Yeah, he does look like a Nazi. He's the plant. He's the Imperial spy. The Empire is among us. God. Look at this guy got kicked out of his biker.
That's like a kid. Oh.
Yeah, the kid's okay, but he's a ginger. Screw him. He's even this poor guy got kicked out of his biker gang. He's just like, dude, you're kicked out of the Mad Chiefs. Really? What am I going to do now? Well, there's this Jedi club over on 47th Street. High five, because high fives were really big in the Jedi Order. Now, one of them is good-hearted. Those people aren't doing anything wrong. Good for them. Who cares?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I cosplayed as a kid. I even did, what is it, MARP or WARP or whatever it is, live action LARPing. I did LARPing. I absolutely did. They hated me because I was like Paul Rudd in the movie Role Models, and I was like beat the shit out of all these little dweebs because I just got out of the military, so I was like, you know, I was gung ho, so I was double swording it like Drista Worden, and I was just whack whack, no face hits, stop it, testicles. It was fun, you know, and one of my buddies did Civil War reenactment, real stuff, like not stupid, like not this gay stuff, but like, you know, 3,000 men on the field on each side and cannons going off and tents where they're like, they've got blood splatter as they have to take off your leg. I mean, crazy shit.
What'd I miss?
And that was intense. But they're not hurting anybody. I would much rather see this type of thing than those politicians who are up there pretending that because I'm a woman, I can't be heard. Amy, your thoughts on this, Olivia?
I'm going to have to see what it was.
Well, it was funny. Well, Amy and I laughed.
What was it?
I think that this is what, if people want to riot from now on, should be the required way that you have to peacefully protest.
Yes.
Riot. If you want to, this is the outline of how you have to peacefully. This is what you. With fake like lightsabers,
yes.
People all have to be in attendance.
You have to be initiated.
That's
yes. What level?
If you want to protest, this is how you do it. This is the outline. There's no other way.
What level of the Jedi Order are you in? I'm a 3rd degree Master Mason, sir. Yes, you qualify. Tell me it's a big one. Tell me it's a big one, please. Big one. That's a big one, Mel. Go Ice.
Mel.
Thank you, Mel. That helps. That puts us over 400. We love you. Thank you very much. Liv, it was here. I'll show it again because it was funny. And we were saying that these people are harmless. They're harmless. But we made, Amy and I was brutal. I think Amy just laughed a lot. She said some funny shit too. We should cut this clip because it's pretty funny.
Initiate Aaron. Approach.
I'll be honest, I don't want to walk through the fiery flames. These things are hot. I've got a bag of microwave popcorn in my bag, and it's already starting to bubble. Do you think they're hot?
Dude, we had that lightsaber.
No, we had good ones.
By the right of council,
the pink dildo shall initiate you. What is your name, Jedi?
That guy is married behind him. He has a wedding ring on.
It's fake. It's a cover. It's cover. It's
You
a cover.
don't know. You just assumed the spouse's gender.
Yeah,
It could be a man.
It's this guy. It's this guy. And this guy's name is literally, what is your name, sir? My name is Bobby Little Man in the Boat. It's his name.
By the will of the Force, I name you Jedi Apprentice. Rise and speak.
All of a sudden, the lightsaber goes to the ground. Oh, shit.
Your name.
Because it would, right? It would just go through the ground. I mean, it can cut through anything.
Rilo Storm Chaser.
Guy has
What
Down-
is his name?
Rilo Storm Chaser. I mean, the fact that you're initiating members with Down syndrome doesn't speak well of your recruitment quotas. Listen, who do we have today, Bob? Oh, let's see. The black guy said no. The lesbian said fuck no. We tried to get a Jew, but Hamas got him. And we have somebody with Down syndrome. Let's do
His
it.
name is Rilo Storm Chaser, and my next screen name is going to be that. So I'll be
Riley
Rilo
Storm
Chaser.
Chaser.
Rilo Storm Chaser.
Rilo, okay.
He calls him. Hi, Aaron. Yeah,
And
this
not
is
Kylo.
this is Chris. We already have a Storm Chaser in here. Did you want to be brothers? Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. We'll be brothers. Well, he's black. That's okay. All right. Well, Rilo, it is. God.
Rilo Storm Chaser!
Somebody in the building's like, shut the fuck up, you nerds.
Are we gonna make that into a t-shirt? Rilo Storm Chaser?
Yes, we're totally gonna do it. And we need to put Leroy's face on it. Oh God.
All right.
They're so confused.
Mom, I told you to stop. Leave me alone when I'm vacuuming my room.
I told you not to interrupt me when I'm vacuuming my room.
I still love the guy who's he's like Bill Belichick with the hoodie, the Penn hoodie. I like him. He's twirling his lightsaber. He's my favorite.
I'm amazed the Chinese dude from Role Models isn't in here with the crown and the cape.
Yeah, we were saying the same thing. I mean, the sheer level of deodorant boycotting that's taking place in such a small vicinity is ultimately where some sort of anomaly will take place that'll open up to another gate in the universe. I mean, aliens flew by at that point. We're trying to land in the river, and they're like, fuck it. We're leaving. We're going somewhere else. Let's go to Xylon. Let's go to Xylon 6. It was so much better than this fucking place.
I disagree. I think they're like, wow, is that Rilo Storm Chaser? Like,
Dude, that Rilo Stormtrooper, he's banging. Look at that ass. You guy's amazing.
I wonder if he's like a storm chaser. Like, is he a,
Oh, you know what? Maybe this guy hunts tornadoes. Probably goes in a park. They want some tornadoes. Some Franks and beans.
Franks and beans. Franks and beans.
Son, how did you get the beans above the Frank? All right. We got our 1 minute.
Wow.
First of all, we hit goal. Great night. I needed that.
Did we talk about the parade in DC?
No, tell us about it quickly.
No, I was just curious.
Hurry up, we got work to do. Tell us.
So I guess there's a huge parade on Saturday. It's like 450 tanks and like 6,000 troops.
Oh, yeah,
and
the birthday parade, yeah.
Yeah, so huge parade. Well, I guess DHS is in charge of security, and everything south of the White House has been roped off, and it's a non-pedestrian area. Unfortunately, they failed to realize that south of the White House is two federal buildings where two separate ABC agencies work. So these workers cannot go to the office because they can't park because the roads are closed. And it's a non-pedestrian area, so they can't even frickin' park down the street and walk. And it is absolutely a big no-no. There is no teleconferencing anymore. They shut all that down. All of the software for any type of teleconference for work has been taken away. So there's no option. So what are these employees supposed to do for the next 2 freaking days? They didn't think this through, did they?
I think this is stupid.
I
mean, I love Trump, but this is just dumb. This is military force. This is what Russia does. This is what Korea does. China does. This is beneath us.
This is a waste of taxpayer money. I'm going to say that.
Well,
It's a
Donald
waste.
Trump's putting money in his own, but he's not paying all 144 million of it. So, good for him. He's putting his money. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb.
Especially with the riots going on and other things happening, and with freaking Israel, and I'm seeing stuff in chat about Israel and Iran and.
Well, we're going to
shit.
hit Iran because that's not going over. But this is a show of force that isn't necessary. This is small peen syndrome.
Mhm.
You want to show them our force? Keep fucking with our country, and we'll show you. You'll see it over in your night skies. But why? What's the point of this? I think I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid. And if Trump was here, I'd tell him. I'd say I think this is dumb. I think it's a waste of time and a waste of money. You know what I think you should do? I think you should go hit the nuclear reactors inside Iran and blow up their oil fields and send them into the dark ages. That's what I think you should do. I think you should sign off and let Israel do exactly what they have to do. Their IAD systems are down. They're weak. They're vulnerable. Hit them. Stop talking to them. And then what you should do is fund as many insurgents as you can with that $143 million and have them overthrow the Iranian government. That's what you should do. But, you're a warmonger, you're a war hawk. No, I don't want to be irradiated in the middle of the night from some stupid guy who doesn't get to clack a vest but wants to light up New York. I just think it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's stupid. And I think a lot of military people are probably like, what the fuck are we doing? This is dumb. This isn't like having a carrier group line up for a photo or having a Marine division all take a photograph in the field. You're
Or
you're
have a
literally
bunch of people with lightsabers in a park.
See, that was my point.
I
See,
mean-
what a segue. What a segue. Like if you can find a way to get, Rilo Storm Chaser to show up and he's on top of one of those tanks wielding his pink lightsaber, that would be hot.
Yeah.
Here is the column of tanks they're bringing in. Here's a video. So here's what's going to be here. It's $45 million parade on the 14th, and there's calls for protests all over the world, or all over the United States. The event will feature 7,000 troops, 28 M1A Abrams tanks, 28 M2 Bradley fighting vehicles, 4 Paladin howitzers, the HIMARS rocket launchers, precision-guided missiles, flyovers by F-22s, World War II and Vietnam airplanes, and 40 helicopters. Starts at 6:30 p.m. The parade will run from 23rd Street to 15th Street. 1/3 of the budget will cover street repairs due to heavy vehicles. Yeah, those tanks are going to tear the shit out of the road. I'm just letting you know. Tracked vehicles on asphalt, no.
And it's going to make the traffic in DC suck even more over the next.
This is just
because
stupid.
it's going to take them freaking 6 months to fix. The
I don't
roads.
even care if it's the military's birthday. I don't care. It's always the military's birthday. There's a military birthday every single year. Do you think the parade will encourage people to respect and join military forces? No, I don't. I don't. Honoring the Army's birthday. I don't care. Honor the Army's birthday inside the Army. Write a post. Make a commemorative coin. Bringing and acting like Kim Jong-un or Vladimir Putin or Saudi Arabia or the Congo or Venezuela, I don't agree with it. I think it's just stupid. You guys, there's got to be something we can all unilaterally agree on with Donald Trump that he made a mistake. I think this is stupid.
Yeah.
Because can I tell you something? Army, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, all of them, highest recruitment numbers in the last 45 years. They've already got the numbers that they want. They don't need any more recruitment. This is something he wanted to do in 2016, 2020. And I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Okay? Amy?
Yeah, especially with all the hatred. A little worried about people there.
I just don't care. It's like I've seen what we've got, and I don't need any civilian to know what we have, and the world knows what we have, and they shouldn't know what we don't have, what they don't know we have. If you were to if you're going to show a parade of our military force, this parade would be 2 weeks long, and it would be running 12 hours a day, and it would be 170 miles long. If you brought every MRAP, every Humvee, every tank, every helicopter, every ship, every sub, every SDV, every fast attack boat, every drone, every missile, every cannon. I don't think people understand how immense this is. Like a pittance. Now, if you want to do a flyover and bring some tanks out and stuff, sure, that's a celebration. If you want to do a history and do the mall, the National Mall, and where they fly out all the World War II planes and World War I, love that. That's great. That's different. But if you're bringing in to demonstrate military might, I think it's a little ostentatious. That's all. Just ostentatious. Olivia, 1 minute, go.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate it. And I will see you on Friday, which do not miss Friday's show. Mr. Dave Bondi will be here. So
Dave Bondi will
be here. So please do not miss that show. It'll be really
Amy,
good.
do you know who Dave Bondi is? Journalist. Huge. What did she say?
Pam's ex-boyfriend.
Yes. No, Dave Bondi is journalist, Facebook presence. He's conservative. Mother went through some of the things we said about COVID. He also is doing an investigation on CPS. And we're going to talk about that because, you know, I told him, I said, hey, man, if you're going to be if you're doing a show on this, you got to hear about it. So listen, Trump works hard. Let him have a play date. It's not his play date. It's ours. It's our money. I disagree.
Our money, yeah.
It's wasteful spending. This is stupid. I'm sorry. Patricia, we can disagree. This is why we have Don't Unfriend Me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm a military man. Okay? I believe our enemies should see our military might right before we punch their lights out. That's it. We don't need to brag. We don't need to show. We should be humble. You want to fly some World War II planes over? You want to do the Army Air Corps salute? You want to bring some people out in pinks and greens? You want to go ahead and have some Shriners come out? Great. I love that. That's a wonderful idea. This is too much. That's all. That's my opinion. Amy, give us your minute.
I think Trump is just a little bit jealous of the Pride Parade that had already happened in DC. Maybe he needs to just outdo them. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What if he paints him rainbow? He should paint him rainbow.
Paint a tank rainbow.
And yeah, you should have, maybe get them wrapped or something, rainbow wrapped.
Yeah, do vinyl wraps and do rainbow wraps. And
I wonder if they're going to have any of those drag queens in the parade, with the assless chaps.
I hope so. I can't imagine.
That would make it interesting.
Riding on the tanks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be...
Up there, ride 'em cowboy. Woohoo.
I might reconsider my opinion if this is the case, and only if Kylo Stormchaser is the one lead.
Rilo. By the Cures, we're gonna just push it right up to 9:30. It's the latest we've stayed on in a long time, and then we're off. But there's Cures out there, and they're saying this is perfect. Donald Trump is going to take over Washington, D.C. and take all the politicians to Gitmo, and they're allowing him to walk the military right in. You people are idiots. You're so fucking delusional.
Yes.
This is just, listen, you can put soft tracks on those vehicles. It doesn't matter. They're going to eat the shit up out of that asphalt. Have you driven through Washington, D.C.? You're going to put metal sheeting down, really, for 1.5 miles? Good luck on that, because either way, it's still going to displace the weight of that track vehicle. Those things weigh metric shit tons. They are going, unless you've been on a track or a fast track vehicle, unless you've supported a column, you guys, you don't know. They're going to tear the shits up out of those straights. You don't put.
DC sucks anyway.
They even just said half of the budget's going for road repair. It is going to eat the living shit up out of DC gets perpetual rainstorms and it's in a swamp. Streets flood in Washington, D.C. all the time. And you get these flash storms out there. It is just not this. Listen, it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. That's it. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. Am I going to watch it? Hell yeah, I'm going to watch it. But do I approve $145 million of our money going into when we're supposed to be cutting the fiscal spending? No, I think it's stupid. How will the public react if he were to cancel it now at this point? How about you don't do it to begin with? How about you save $145 million for the taxpayers, right? That's my point. All right. Well, either way, you guys, listen, I've learned one thing on this show 4 years. 4 is that I can say nothing about Donald Trump that's negative without people absolutely just, well, what about, no, it's $145 million of your money and my money. when all of us on this panel represent $750,000 towards the national debt. That's what we owe. Now, is it going to piss liberals off? Yeah, and that might be worth $145 million. I'm just saying. Especially on...
To watch a meltdown on CNN?
Yeah, just, I mean, I'm covering it. I'm going to be like, this is awesome. When I see those F-22s, I'm like, it's kind of like 4th of July, real quick. You spend $1,000 and you're like, fuck, I can't believe we spent $1,000. We said next year we're never going to do it. Then you do it, but once you start lighting them off, you're like, screw the money. This is badass. I'm going to say that on the 14th. But right now, I think it's wasteful and stupid. On the 14th, it's going to be patriotic and America. All right? We fair? Are we all good now?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
100%.
Tomorrow, Leroy and I, Amy, thank you for being on. Thank you for coming back. It's good to see you. And we'll see you back at, I know, you're going to go get some sleep.
I was like, Dad, I'm alive. I was being held hostage by protesters. He wouldn't let me get home. So.
Did you touch Rilo Storm Chaser's lightsaber?
I would like to. I haven't yet.
Who wouldn't?
It's on my bucket list.
That's everybody's wild ride. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Bye.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage.
Probably.
Coming to you live on all major social channels at The Dumb
Hey,
Show.
Tom Shin says, might they have chosen the road for the parade because it's already full of potholes and needs redone? We're just reaching here, y'all. We're reaching. We're reaching.
Honest.
No, it doesn't give the military the recognition they deserve. What it does is it gives the military a reason to say, son of a bitch, I've got to go ahead and do this today when I have no desire to do it. Joseph, you're in the military. Would you want to go and do this? Would you want to go to Washington, D.C. and do this? No. Guys, it's stupid. You know it's stupid. Why are you defending it? He can do something wrong. This is a bad call. It's a bad call. It's $145 million. How can you guys complain about wasteful spending about the NEA and not sit here and go, yeah, $145 million for a military parade is a little much? Come on, you're fiscally conservative. You're Republicans. You're not supposed to want to spend $145 million on anything except bombs and nukes and bullets. Not a military parade. Come on. What are you doing to me? You know better than this. Well, maybe they're going to go ahead and have a bingo game. Who cares? It's $145 million. It's too much. Good night. Love you guys. Seriously. I'm glad we can disagree. Good night.
We can agree. We can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.